Hello, Taurus. Welcome back. Welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here, for returning if you're returning, for checking it out if you're new. And thank you to everyone who is subscribed and who donates on the regular. It means more to me than I can ever possibly express, but I'm going to continue to try. This is going to be a May overview for you all. Happy birthday to those of you that have already celebrated, and for those of you celebrating in the next few days, weeks, happy birthday. I hope it is the best one yet. Oh, the Ten of Cups came out. I'm not going to take it for the spread, just because I haven't done my whole spiel. But the Ten of Cups is here for you, showing up for you. What was I saying? Happy birthday? Yes, happy birthday to those of you that are celebrating. Sorry. I don't like really when you can see my face on these, so I try to do it at an angle where you can't see, but whatever. Alright. We're going to do a Celtic cross today, just to see what's coming in for you, what's around you, what might be popping up as a challenge, so on and so forth. And then we're going to do one oracle card from the Beltane Oracle, Seasons of the Witch. The Beltane is May 1st, May Day. Alright, stick these over here. Before we get into it, let's use our singing bowl to clear and connect. If you want to use this time to call on your specific guardian angels, guides, any beings of the light that you would like to be present, the more, the merrier. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Okay. Spirit, speak to me and through me, to the Taurus collective, please. Most accurate and relevant messages for them at this time. What do they need to know? What do we want them to know? What story are we going to tell for them? Most accurate and relevant messages for Taurus at this time. Birthday season. Okay, Seven of Wands in your current energy, Ace of Pentacles as your challenge. Interesting. You could find yourself having to defend your choices, your family, just you and yourself in general. You just may find that you're kind of on the defense a little bit. When people ask you questions, they could just be questioning you. And like, why did you do this? Why did you move halfway across the country? Why did you quit your job? Why did you? And it's like you're having to defend your choices that you've made, the relationship that you're in, things of that nature. It's just a very, I'm going to fight for what I have and what I know. And it feels like you're very defensive right now, and protective as well. Protective over your space. Over your friends specifically, I'm getting. There could be a situation with one of your friends that they are being victimized in one way or another, and you feel like you need to show up for them and go to bat for them and defend them. What's showing up as a challenge? Ace of Pentacles. You could be having a hard time seeing new opportunities or taking advantage of new opportunities when it comes to money. Maybe you're wanting to grow your money in one way or another. Excuse me. Just having a new revenue of money, new source of income. Maybe you're wanting to change jobs so you can make more money, but for whatever reason, it's not happening in the way that you want it to, or in the time that you want it to, is what I'm getting. It's not happening soon enough for you. I really feel like you're wanting to switch careers, maybe start your own business, but because you guys are so practical, and especially when it comes to money, you're just very practical. I feel like you're not going to leave one job until you have something else lined up. And it's like you're having a hard time lining this something else up, if that makes sense. All right. Okay. All right. Recent past. You have a Six of Pentacles. Generosity. Someone could have gifted you something. You could have inherited quite a bit of money. Excuse me. This card to me indicates inheritance, gifts of some sort. But this is also reciprocal energy. It's the energy of giving money, but also receiving money, and receiving money, but also giving money. It's like a well that refills itself. It's like every dollar that you put out comes back to you in really fun and unexpected ways, mostly through gifts, but I do feel like you could have recently experienced some sort of windfall of cash, settlement of some sort, maybe inheritance, like I said. Excuse me. Severance package as well, if you did decide to leave a job, or maybe you didn't, like it was presented to you in a way that was like, you can either take the severance package and hopefully you will make it through the next round of firing situation, or you can take the severance package and call it a day. I feel like maybe you did take the severance package, and with that you were wanting to like invest it, start your own business, grow your money in some way, but maybe it's not happening as fast as you would like it to, is what I'm getting. It's not providing as much stability as you're wanting. All right, you got a lot of Wands energy. We go from 7 to 9 to 10. Okay, that's your hopes and fears. The 10 of Wands. Interesting. All right, near future, you have the 9 of Wands. This is, again, defending your choices, and when you get knocked down, getting back up. It's not letting the adversities and hardships keep you down. It's like every time something happens that kind of knocks you off kilter or sets you back a little bit, you use it as a way to propel yourself even further. It's like turning your pain into money kind of situations. Maybe you're using it to help heal others, or you're writing a book, or illustrating something, art I'm getting. You could be just really channeling your hardships into inspiration, not only for yourself, but for other people. I'm really getting art big with this, and healing modalities, if you're in the healing world. All right. Mind space, what you're thinking about heavily right now. The Lovers. You could be really interested in someone. You could have a crush on someone. You could be in a new relationship, and it's taking up a lot of your mind space. You just find yourself thinking about them a lot, and that's kind of your indicator that you really like them. You're pretty serious about them. Maybe you haven't felt this way in a really long time. Maybe you've been in relationships in the past that you weren't really like that gung-ho about. It was like you could take it or leave it, which sounds pretty terrible, but sometimes we find ourselves in those situations where we're really attracted to somebody at first, and then we get into the full shebang, and it's kind of lackluster, and you're like, this isn't really what I'm wanting. It's not quite at the level that I'm looking to be at. But I feel like right now you either have your eye on someone, or you're already talking to them, you're already with them, that kind of thing. But you're thinking about them a lot. You put a lot of time and effort into them. So you communicate with them a lot. Things of that nature. I just feel like you're really, really into this person, if there is a person. And if not, and if there's not even anyone you're interested in, I feel like you're really thinking about partnerships, unions, what your life would look like if you did have a partner, if you did decide to get in a relationship. Things of that nature could be heavily on your mind right now. in your subconscious, what is kind of in the back of your mind that you're not necessarily thinking about, but it's still there. The Three of Wands. Your subconscious is either really craving a solid plan or it is formulating one for you, kind of without you knowing. It's like you have these ideas and these goals, and your subconscious is kind of like coming up with ways that it can help get you there. I don't know how to really explain it, but I see like when you're sleeping, having dreams of like next steps to take, just dreams of like how to lay your really solid foundation. That's your subconscious way of doing it kind of for you, instead of you in your waking hours like putting together a business plan and stuff like that. It's like your subconscious is kind of taking over for you and doing these things, maybe again when you sleep, maybe when you are kind of like daydreaming, these things like just randomly pop into your head, situations like that. Advice from Spirit right now: they want you to be more discerning. They want you to look at things from a less emotional and maybe even less practical, and look at it with more logic, like an air sign would. Get out of here. Fucking flies. Take kind of the rose-colored glasses off and look at you. Son of a bitch. Sorry, this fly is huge, and it's like very annoying. Okay. Sorry. 'Tis the season, right? Flies galore. Well, shit. There goes my train of thought. Will it come back? Who knows? What was I talking about? Oh, discernment. Queen of Swords energy. She is very cut and dry, black and white. This is the way I want it. This is the way it's going to be. There's no back and forth. There's no mixed feelings, emotions. There's no mixed messages. It's just, this is what's going to happen, and this is what I want. This is how I'm going to get it. I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to use that discernment with the people that are around you. If you are in a new relationship, or you just a relationship in general, make sure that, how do I say this? I don't want to say make sure you're not in the honeymoon phase, because I mean, everybody loves being in the honeymoon phase, but just make sure that you're seeing them for who they really are and not who you want them to be, is what I'm getting. You may have this like idealized fantasy person in your mind, and they check some of those boxes, so you're just kind of putting all of that on them, even if they don't fulfill all of it, if that makes sense. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Spirit is just saying, just use your discernment, use your logic, take emotions out of it for a minute, and when you do that, do you still feel the same? Would you still approach this the same way? Would you still be in this relationship if that sounds silly to say, if emotions were involved? That's, oof, I'm gonna snatch you up. Because obviously if emotions are evolved, that too, if they're not evolved or involved in a relationship, it's kind of like, what are we here for? Obviously, relationships are about emotions. This could also be having to do with investments, is what I'm getting, because this kind of investment situation that maybe is not growing as fast as you want it to. Spirit could be telling you to look at these investments and make sure that they are logical investments and that they're actually going to be fruitful for you. And maybe if they haven't yet, it's time to pull out and put in somewhere else. You know what I mean? Maybe rearrange some assets, rearrange some investments, move money around. Don't be afraid to pull out of something if it's not going the way that you want it to go. Use your logic. Energies around you, external to you. You have the Four of Cups. There's a lot of apathy. There is a lot of just going to work every day, doing the same thing, hating your job, coming home, sitting on the couch watching TV, not a lot of thrill, not a lot of excitement, just kind of letting life happen instead of creating your life and living it fully. It's just kind of like, meh, whatever comes, comes. Whatever today brings, it brings, instead of waking up with intention and saying, this is what I want today to be. This is how I'm going to operate. And instead it's like, meh, just rolling out of bed and going through the motions, mostly is what I'm getting. So you could be picking up on that from the people around you. They could just be a little ho-hum at this time. They could be like, over it, meh, I don't really care. I put in effort and I didn't get anything out of it, or I did get something out of it, and now I'm just like, whatever, I don't really care anymore. You could be picking up on things like that. This could be social media. This could be in the work environment, in your home environment, things like that. Someone could be over a work situation. Say you live with multiple people, parents, your partner, friends, roommate, whatever. You could just hear them talking a lot. Like maybe that's what they talk about every time you guys talk, is how much they hate their job, and yeah, they're over it. Don't don't get caught up too much in that. And if it is one of those things that is very repeating and it's like beating a dead horse, I hate that saying, but it's everybody knows what it means. They're just talking about the same thing over and over, but they're not willing to change. It's okay to distance yourself and not really engage in conversations like that, so you yourself don't get infected with that. Because you know what they say, we are the 5 people that we hang out with the most, we become them, or something like that. I don't have that many people in my life outside of my kids. It's like my kids, my man, and a few friends that I don't really see anymore since I don't work at UPS anymore. Yeah, so I'm my kids, essentially. Just joking. All right, hopes and fears. Oh, we haven't even gotten an outcome card yet. Let me do that. Jeez Louise. Hopes and fears for you guys. 10 of Wands. This to me feels like you really want to lay down some burdens before you get overwhelmed. You want to decipher what is yours to carry and what is not, and offload anything that is not yours back onto whoever it belongs to, and focus solely on your not issues, but your tasks, your duties, your life, what is actually yours to manage, and not taking on everybody else's issues and being that friend that just kind of like has a strong back and they're gonna take it on. Oh, give it to Taurus, they can handle it. They never complain. They're strong. They can do it. Yeah, whether or not those things are true, I mean, of course they're true. Yes, you're strong. You can handle it, but you shouldn't have to. And the people in your life should not be asking you to. Is my take on it. All right, one more card, please, Spirit. What's the outcome for Taurus in this situation? For May, actually. Not even this situation, but what's the outcome for Taurus in May? Too many? Just one card, please, Spirit. What is the outcome for Taurus in May? There we go. 6 of Wands. Victory. Whatever it is that you want, you shall receive. Whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, trying to attain, a certain level you're trying to get to. If you put in for a job, it is yours. If you have been applying for jobs, whichever one you want. So really be, again, very discerning. Make sure you know what you want and you're only putting effort into things that you want, because you will get everything that you do want and that you put effort into. So if you apply for like a low level, this will work for now, it'll get me by, it'll pay the bills kind of job, instead of going for what you really, really, really want to do, what really would set your heart on fire, you're going to get that low-level job, and you're going to take it, probably, and then you're probably going to stay there for longer than you should, and you're going to feel stuck, and you're going to get stuck in that cycle again. So go for the job that lights you up. Go for the thing that lights you up. Starting a new business, I feel like for you guys, that's what it is. Starting your own business, going out on your own, If you did receive some sort of severance and you've been sitting on it, kind of wanting to start a business with it, but you're scared to fail, go for it. You're going to succeed. And whatever it is that you want to do, you are going to succeed. Your Beltane Oracle card, Phoenix. For those of you that have ever watched a video where my son has come in, that's my son's name. So obviously I love this card. And actually my daughter is a Taurus. Her birthday is coming up May 5th. The Cinco de Mayo baby, 16, which is insane to me. Sorry, got a little off track. Rebirth. Phoenix is the ultimate expression of life, death, and rebirth. She allows self-destruction to take hold, tearing apart the old so that new, more enlightened being, a new, more enlightened being can take shape. You can see the intelligent process of the life and death cycle all the time. One season sheds into another. One day drifts into the past and allows a new day to enter the present. The bush loses one brilliant bloom so that a new rose can flourish. Phoenix is lightning ablaze in your life. You are about to embark on a fresh journey, but before you can welcome the new, you must be willing to shed something old. Do not consider this process to be a sacrifice. Instead, consider it to be a trade-in or an upgrade rather than a loss, for what you will receive in return will be much improved from what you have now. Even if you are happy with your current situation, pulling this card is a sign that there are bigger, better things on the horizon. Additionally, Phoenix represents a breakthrough or a significant change in circumstances. What you have inquired about today is nearly at an end. Well, you didn't necessarily inquire about anything. In this way, Phoenix represents hope for a new beginning. You may be the lucky receiver of a financial windfall, suddenly find the situation to long-term problem, or move past troubles in a relationship. Be at peace, for soon all will be well. Yes, we see that here with a victory. Yes, go for what you want. Shed the old and embrace the upgrade that is coming. There's definitely an upgrade, a victory, an ascension coming for you guys. All right, I love you all so very much. Happy, happy, happiest birthday to all of you, and I will see you next time. I'm probably going to do a bonus read for you guys, a money read, sometime within your birthday season, Taurus season. So be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like if this resonated with you. If you are called to tip, I almost said donate, but I like tipping better than donating, because I don't know why. But if you feel compelled to tip Equal Energy Exchange, all that information is in the description box below. Personal readings are open. Again, description box below. Reiki energy healing. If you are ready to upgrade, shed the old, and embrace the new, and it could use a little bit of assistance, Reiki healing is absolutely the best way to go about, not the best way, but it is a fantastic way to go about that. And if you want to work with me, I absolutely love, love, love working with you guys from this channel. It just lights me up like no other. So all that information is in the description box below. Again, happiest birthdays to you guys. I love you all so very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.